Well, hello ladies and gents, and welcome to another episode of Cycling Insider. In this episode, let's talk about a superbike from Trek, and it's going to be Trek Emonda SL7 for the 2022 season. Why I say this is a superbike, you will see when we dive into the specifications of this bike, and definitely when we speak about the retail price of this bike. But before we start, if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, please do subscribe and hit that little bell icon so you are always notified when I make a new video. And for all those who are already subscribers, then definitely thank you. So, as I was saying, Trek Emonda SL7 for the 2022 season. Let's first answer the question, who is this bike for? So you see, Trek Emonda platform is all about lightweight climbing and stiff machines. Of course, as you see now, this carbon fiber frame and the fork have also been a bit aerodynamically optimized to reduce the drag, but this is not the primary point of this bike. The primary focus of this bike is, as I say, lightweight climbing stiff machine. So if you are in the market for that type of the bike, then definitely you should check the Trek Emonda platform. Retail price of this bike is going to be $5,930 US, which is absolutely eye-watering price, super spicy price in my opinion. But we will dive into the specifications and see what do you get for this $5,930 US. I truly hope you can somehow, negotiate the price of this bike in the future. Or maybe the local bike shop can give you some extra pieces of equipment, like helmet, gloves, t-shirt, shorts, when you are buying this bike, because the price is really, really high. But unfortunately, as you see with all other bike manufacturers, the bike industry is going into that direction where probably in the future it's going to be very hard to find some basic cheap bikes. So let's now talk a little bit about the paint scheme of this bike. So as I see now, unless Trek is gonna update some paint scheme soon, you only have one paint scheme on offer for this bike. It is a beautiful metallic light blue with a hint of silver, so it looks absolutely stunning, and I wouldn't have any problems in ordering this paint scheme. But I wish that Trek updates their paint schemes for this bike, and maybe they would add another paint scheme in the future. But let's see, as it is now, there is only this Mulsanne blue and so-called Trek black. Looks pretty decent, no problems with that. Now let's dive into the key specifications of this bike, and let's really see what do you get for your hard-earned money. We will kick off with the frame and the fork on this bike. So you see, the frame is a carbon fiber OCLV 500 series carbon fiber frame with internal cable routing, flat mount disc brakes, 12mm through axles both front and the back, and also a bottom bracket, which is going to be a T47 threaded bottom bracket, which is absolutely superb. Your local mechanic is going to love you because it's going to be so easy to service this bike. Of course, this 500 series OCLV carbon is not, creme de la creme, top of the line that Trek can do. They have their 800 series OCLV carbon, but that's even more expensive. Fork on this bike, full carbon fiber fork with the tapered carbon steerer. Of course, flat mount disc brakes ready, and 12mm through axle at the front. Keep in mind that carbon fiber frames and forks are covered with lifetime warranty from Trek, so this is absolutely superb, and I have no special complaints in the frame and fork department. Now let's talk about the wheelset on this bike. This is also one of the secret sauces of this bike. It's the wheelset. So you are getting a Bontrager Eolus Pro 37 wheelset. This is a carbon fiber wheelset from Bontrager, OCLV carbon fiber wheelset. So 37mm rim height. It is tubeless ready, of course, and the inner rim width is 21mm. Very nice. And also the spokes on this wheelset are from DT Swiss, DT Aerolite spokes, and also DT Swiss nipples. Of course, 12mm through axles both front and the back. And also what's really good is that it's DT Swiss 350 hubs with an 18-point engagement system, so absolutely superb hubs on this wheel set. They didn't cut corners. And also, just to mention one thing, with this carbon fiber wheel set, the Bontrager Aeolus Pro 37, you are getting a lifetime warranty again from Trek, which is absolutely superb. Now when we speak about the total weight of this wheel set, it's gonna be approximately 1,500 grams, which is very competitive and very light in my book. So I think you are really getting a good carbon fiber wheel set covered with the lifetime warranty from Bontrager/Trek. The tires on this wheel set are the Bontrager R2 hardcase tire. So this is a 25mm tire, 60 TPIs. So here I would complain a little bit that I wish they included a 28mm tire. This is personally an opinion just because I think that more air volume will give you much more smoother ride than this 25mm tire. But I kind of understand why they stuck with this 25mm tire, because it should be kind of a lightweight machine. Personally, in the future, when you destroy this tire, I strongly recommend you to buy a 28mm tire and put it on, and especially if you can find some very nice 120 TPI 28mm tire, it's going to be so much more supple, so much more air volume, smooth ride. Good thing is, on this carbon fiber frame and the fork, you can fit a tire all the way to 30mm. Again, super stuff if you want to go that way. Now let's talk about the drivetrain of this bike, which is another secret sauce and a good thing of this bike. So we are here speaking about the newest, greatest Shimano's electronic group set. So it's a Shimano Ultegra R8100 group set. So this is I would call it, a semi-wireless electronic group set, because shifters are wirelessly communicating with the front mech and the rear mech, and then you have a cable between the front and the rear mech connecting them. The key thing here is that Shimano has still stuck with the cable from front to rear mech, because they want this crisp and sharp front shifting, and still it's the best in the business when it comes to this kind of front shifting action. Specifically this newest Shimano's Ultegra group set. Also, key distinction here is that this newest electronic group set from Shimano Ultegra, is a 12-speed group set now. So shifters, front mech and the rear mech, everything is Shimano's Ultegra R8150 or 8170. 12-speed group set, electronic group set, absolutely superb stuff, creme de la creme. I have no complaints here. Crankset on the bike, again, no cutting corners. Shimano Ultegra 5236 crankset. As I said, it comes with the T47 bottom bracket, threaded bottom bracket, superb. And also it is paired with the Shimano's Ultegra cassette, no cutting corners, 1130 cassette. So now you're having 1130 cassette paired with 5436 chain rings. So personally, I don't think you will have any problems in climbing steep mountains. If you need to upgrade in the future, it's always easy to, for example, take 1132 cassette. This one, of course, 12-speed cassette. Chain, Shimano's XT chain, M8100. So this is from the mountain bike world, 12-speed chain. This is also cool with this new Shimano Ultegra group set, electronic one, because you can mix and match, some of the 12-speed components from the mountain bike world. Superb chain, absolutely no cutting corners here. Trek has done a great job in this department. Now let's talk about some of the smaller components on the bike. So seat post and the saddle. So the saddle is the Bontrager Aeolus Comp saddle. I have no special opinion about this saddle. Saddles are a personal preference, and once when you find your desired saddle, just keep it as long as possible and mount it on any bike that you have. But the key thing here to be aware of is the seat post. So the seat post is the Bontrager's carbon seat mast cap. So just be careful that in the future, if you want to, upgrade this seat post, you are basically stuck with this Bontrager seat mast cap, and you'll have to stick with this carbon fiber seat mast cap. I don't know why Trek did it. I wish they just stuck with the classical 27-point, 2mm carbon fiber seat post, but unfortunately you have this carbon seat mast cap, so just be aware of that this will definitely limit your options in the future for the seat mast cap. Handlebars and the stem, the good thing is that they are separate pieces here, so easy to replace if you need to replace it, and also very nice to adjust your position on the bike, because again, separate pieces, no integration here, no one piece affair. Handlebar, also great thing, is the Bontrager Pro OCLV carbon fiber handlebars, superb choice from Trek / Bontrager. And also the stem is the Bontrager Pro stem, but this is an aluminum stem. Personally, I think that for this price of approximately $5,930 you should have got a carbon fiber stem. And this would be maybe a nice addition from Trek to just upgrade quickly to a Bontrager carbon fiber stem, because the bike is very expensive. But as it is now, aluminum stem, personally I have no problems with that. Braking system on the bike, again, superb Shimano Ultegra hydraulic disc brakes, so the newest, as I said, Shimano's Ultegra R8100 group set. These are 160mm braking rotors front and the back. These braking rotors are again from the mountain bike world, MT800. Superb braking rotors, Ice Tech, Ice Freeza technology, very good heat dissipation, and I'm glad that Trek didn't cut corners here. I wish that Trek has given us a total weight of this bike, for example, in sizes like 56 or 58, because, for example, I would need size 58. But I would expect this bike to be, on the orders of maybe 7.7 kilograms in size like 58, so I'm not expecting anything super light from this Trek Emonda. At least in this kind of build they are not super light, but it should be a bit on the lighter side. So, in a summary, do I have any special complaints about this bike, considering the retail price of $5,930? Well, first of all, I just need to mention a few small details. The first thing is this seat mast carbon cap, which I wish that, you have to be aware of that, because in the future, as I say, it will definitely limit your choices of carbon fiber seat mast cap. It's a kind of not a brilliant solution, in my opinion, from Trek. They should have just given a classical carbon fiber seat post, but please be aware of that. And also another little detail is that I wish Trek has included a carbon fiber stem, because you are getting a carbon fiber handlebar, so they could have easily added a carbon fiber stem, because after all, this is a $5,930 retail price. Except from that, everything else is absolutely superb. I'll just mention two key secret sauces of this bike. Superb newest Shimano Ultegra electronic group set, Shimano's Ultegra R8100, and also you are getting a superb carbon fiber wheel set with this bike. So I think this is gonna be it for today. I hope you like what I'm doing, and if you do, please do subscribe and hit that little bell icon so you're always notified when I make a new video. And as always, I will see you soon in the next episode. Pura Vida.